have a substitute.
Yeah, I think that we just want to adopt it. We're going to carry it over. I think there's been a talk about carrying it over to Thursday. That's fine.
Thursday this year or next year?
No, I didn't know. Can we get? Can I get a copy of the substitute?
Do you want us to adopt the substitute?
Nah.
We were trying to create a substitute. Okay, so you want
to carry that one over.
You want that bill to go by until Thursday?
I think that completes the. No.
Okay.
Delegate Miller's bill. Where did he go? He's here. He's here. Here. Did you get your fix? Yes. Okay.
Okay. Logan Miller, what's the number of your bill? 2037. Their substitute.
We have 4 line amendments in order to get the bill in proper posture. First amendment's on page 1, line 18. After payable to the provider, strike for such and insert by the insurer, health services plan, or health maintenance organization for the. Second amendment is on page 1, line 19, after shall, insert use such insurers, health services plans, or health maintenance organizations pre-established allowed amount to. Third amendment is on page 1, line 19, after calculate, strike such, insert the. And the fourth amendment, also on line 19, after the word payable, strike based upon a fee schedule and insert by the insured for such services. So it might help to read that new sentence, put all the 4 amendments together, and what you have, starting on line 17, the new sentence would read, when there is no amount actually paid or payable to the provider for the services provided, the insurer, health services plan, or health maintenance organization shall use such insurers, health services plans, or health maintenance organizations pre-established allowed amount to calculate the amount payable by the insured for such services.
Okay. Do we have a motion that we adopt those amendments?
So moved.
Have a motion and a second? Sure. Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right. Those amendments are adopted. Now, tell us about the bill.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, I'll try to tell you about this bill. So what we have is, yeah, we'll phone on a friend in just a moment. But I'll give you the layman's version of what's going on here. So as the healthcare industry, the health insurers are moving forward with value-based and different innovative reimbursement models, what they found is basically what this is just to update the code to catch up to how these models are being used. So we have these out. You know, this was a basically collaboration between the Bureau of Insurance and the industry on just making sure we got the language of the code up to speed for the way they do these, again, these new reimbursement models. It allows the Bureau to evaluate if co-insurance is calculated correctly, and that's in case there's not a fee for service payment. We've obviously got the industry here to answer any questions that people may have. But really, it's just updating the code to how service treatment is being provided in more innovative ways. All right. You say it right?
Mr. Chairman, that's correct. The code is outdated, and it specifies that co-insurance or cost share that is percentage-based has to be on what's paid or negotiated between the provider and the insurer. The problem is some of these new reforms do not have a direct.
Tell us your name.
I'm sorry, I'm Kyle Shreve.
See, I I know you, because
Virginia
he spent all
Association of
summer,
Health
he
Plans.
spent all summer and half the fall with me down in, Southwest Virginia on a little deal. So.
I'm Kyle Shreve, I'm Director of Policy at the Virginia Association of Health Plans. So when there isn't a payment directly made from the insurer to the provider, we needed a situation allowed in the code to account for that.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Delegate Byram, you don't? No? Oh, you moved to report? Okay. Second. Motion to report to second. Anybody else wish to be heard? All right, members prepared to vote? Vote on electronic voting board. Yeah, clerk will close the roll. House Bill 2037, report to the amendments, 20-0. Thank you. All right, Delegate Byram, you have a subcommittee report from Subcommittee 1.
Yes.
2, 1.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, House Bill 1445, excuse me, was Delegate Ward's bill. You may recall that actually probably a few years ago we passed a bill that enabled employers to pay wages and salaries to an employee by credit to a prepaid debit card or card account without the employee's consent if they didn't designate an account at a financial institution, which the payment could be sent by an automated fund transfer. They didn't have a checking account, that type of thing. What this bill does is eliminate the ability of an employer to do so without a credit card or a prepaid debit card or card account without the employee's consent. So it requires the employee signing something before they are allowed to put this on a prepaid card. Is that correct, Delegate Ward?
Delegate Ward, would you like to
We had a lot
add?
of discussion on this.
Would you like to add?
Yeah, we had a lot of discussion, and most of what I wanted, we can't have. The only thing we were able to do with this amendment, and there is an amendment, so.
The amendment, Delegate Ward asked to share with, there's page 1, line 42 of the bill, after where you see the 3 little lines in parentheses are stricken, and the word "and" is stricken. After that, you would insert a sentence that reads, "In addition, payment may be made in accordance with clause 4 only if," and then the rest of that stricken language on lines line 42 through line 46 would be put back in the code. So it would read, "In addition, payment may be made in accordance with clause 4 only if the employer arranges for such card or card account to be issued through a network system through which the employee shall have the ability to make at least one free withdrawal or transfer per pay period, which withdrawal may be for any sum in such card or card account as the employee may select using such card or card account at financial institutions participating in such network system."
Thank you. So the only thing that they would be able to do without charge is to have at least one withdrawal, and that's it, without a charge.
Delegate, okay. Delegate Abid,
Not to her amendment. I wasn't going to speak to her amendment. I had another issue to raise.
okay. Okay, was this amendment, did y'all discuss this amendment?
No.
Okay.
No, this is the first time it's been before us.
She put it back in the language she struck that. I had a different issue that I would offer.
All right, what's your pleasure on that amendment? Just get it from us.
Move the amendment.
All right, have a motion to have a second on the amendment?
Second.
All right, all those in favor of the amendment say aye. Aye. Opposed? All right, that amendment's enforced. Delegate Lee?
Yeah, so, Mr. Chairman, I supported the bill, and I still do, although I know others oppose it. I do think there's one change, even for those who support it, that needs I don't have any problem with employers getting consent from their employees at the time of hire because you get lots of other consent forms signed at that time. The problem is this isn't limited that way. And so you'd actually, every single employer would have to go get every single employee to sign a consent. So I would offer what I think would be a friendly amendment, which would be to only apply this bill to new hires as of the date this bill goes into effect. Now, again, I voted for the bill. I realize other people don't. I can't vote for the bill without that amendment because that's too oppressive on employers. But if the amendment were made so that it only kicked in for employees hired after this bill went into effect, then I could support the bill again. So I would offer that amendment. Frank, I'm not sure where it would be drawn. If it would be an enactment clause or just another sentence.
I was thinking that since you're talking about provisions of this act applying only to certain persons hired after the effective date, that second enactment clause would be appropriate.
So, an enactment clause that would say the provision of this act only applies
To individuals, to new hires after July 1st, 2017.
Delegate Ward.
That's fine.
Delegate Ward accepts that. Do we have a,
Move the amendment.